set. And now the right-hander is to the plate with the 0-2 to A-Rod. Swing! And a foul tip into the glove of Dan Wilson, who hangs on to it. And no baseball team in history has ever won more games than the Seattle Mariners. And tomorrow they try to stand all alone as a team that has won more than anybody. Currently they are tied with the 1906 Chicago Cubs with 116 victories. The amazing season just continues.
Man, oh man. 2001 was a magical time, man. I first became a Mariners fan when I was 9 years old, so in 1999. And it was my great-grandpa. Shout out to my great-grandpa Bill. Rest in peace. But he was the biggest Mariners and Seahawks fan I knew. And I used to hang out with him, and I remember being 9 years old. And at that time, I really just liked basketball, and I had kind of just gotten into football. And I noticed he used to watch the Mariners all the time. So one day I just was like, hey, I'm going to check this out with him. And I remember watching their last game in the Kingdome. Mariners' last game they ever played in the Kingdome, I believe it was against Texas in the 99 season before they moved to Safeco. I remember they won that game, and I just fell in love, and I started watching. I've been a huge fan ever since. I'm a little too young for the 95 season. I've obviously seen videos of it, but I was only 5 years old at the time, so don't really remember that. But I remember the 2000 season, which was magical. What a ride that was. We got the wild card, I think, on the last day of the season. We made a playoff run, ended up losing to the Yankees. And then the next year was 2001, where we just had that crazy season where it seemed like we couldn't lose, man. We won 116 games. We had Edgar, John Olerud, Mike Cameron, of course Ichiro, Sasaki closing it down in the pen. We had Jamie Moyer throwing change-up after change-up after change-up. We had Freddie Garcia, Carlos Guillen. Shout out to Mark McLemore, Stan Javier, I believe, was on that team. Of course, Dan the Man Wilson. I loved that team. And we just happened to live about 5 minutes away from Safeco that year, too. So I got to go to a bunch of games with my mom. And I was just in love with that team, man. And I really thought that was our year. We were going to win it all. And obviously we came up short to the Yankees. I still to this day, I can't stand David Justice because that 2001 year, he just crushed us in that ALCS, man. I really thought it was the Mariners' year. I remember we beat Cleveland in the division series, and then we lost to the Yankees in the ALCS. And at the time, I remember being crushed, man. I was heartbroken, but I said, you know what? This is like the dream team, man. This Mariners team's unstoppable. We're bringing most people back. We'll be back again. We'll win it. No big deal. And, of course, we haven't been back to the playoffs since. Clearly, as you can see, it's been a long 16 years since we made the playoffs. 2002, 2003. We had great years that year. Came up just short. I remember 2002 was the year those pesky Angels came out of nowhere and just got red hot at the end of the year. I think we were leading the division most of the year. The Angels just came up and got red hot and went on to win the World Series. And 2003, we couldn't quite make it. And you see 2004, 2005 was terrible. 2006, only good thing that happened in that time was we got Felix. 2007, I remember, was a really good year, but we came up short. 2008, people were picking us to win the World Series. I think we had made some trades in the off season, and everyone thought we were gonna have a great year, including me. And nope, didn't happen. 2009, another good year, but we came up short. 2010 was another one of those seasons where we were supposed to be good, and nope, 61 wins. 2011, nope. 2012, nope. 2013, nope. 2014, that was the year we got Robinson Cano. Kind of came out of nowhere. Once again, came up just short, but had a great season. There was a lot of optimism heading into the next season. We added Nelson Cruz. Everyone thought it was going to be a great year building off the momentum, and nope, 76 wins. Then last year, first year under Jerry DiPoto, Scott Service, got hot towards the end of the year, almost made a playoff run, but came up just short. And then you see this year, 69 and 68. I think they're actually 69 and 69 now. They're actually playing as I record this. But it doesn't look like we're going to make it this year either. Who knows? Maybe we will make a run. Maybe we'll get hot at the end of the year. But we'd have to turn it on real quick in order to have a chance to do so. And so, while there is still time for us to make a run, it is kind of getting down to the nitty gritty, man. We got to get red hot now. We're playing the Astros. It's going to be tough. Honestly, where do we go from here? I think there's two choices and two only. I think you either got to go all in and just put all your chips in the middle of the table and go for it. Go and try and sign big name pitchers, make some huge trades, try and add more big names. Go deep into the payroll to really try and make this a premier team. Or you got to go and use the R word, rebuild. Trust the process, Sam Hinkie style. Do what the Houston Astros did. Or more recently, do what the Chicago White Sox did. The White Sox have basically said, we're forfeiting now for the future. We want to build a team that can win going forward. They have traded almost all of their all-star caliber players because they felt like they had a team that was not good enough to win a championship, but not bad enough, to get top picks. So they said, you know what, we're gonna sell. We're gonna try and build our team around prospects and look towards the future. And when you take a look, at the young prospects that they've gotten because they chose to do that, I mean, look at this list of young studs that they've gotten together. I mean, man, just look at that list of studs they got. Yoan Moncada, I've watched him play. He came from Boston in the Chris Sale trade. Pretty clear he's going to be a superstar. Jimenez is going to be a star. Kopech throws over 100 miles an hour on a routine basis. Luis Robert is a nice young player. Speedy, probably going to be a leadoff hitter. He's got all-star potential. Blake Rutherford, they got from the Yankees in the Todd Frazier trade. He's got all-star potential. And then you look at those pitchers. Giolito was the Nationals' top prospect at one point. Dylan Cease was the Cubs' top pitching prospect. They got him in the Quintana trade. And then they got Alec Hansen. So, I mean, these guys got a haul. So ultimately, will it work out for Chicago? I don't know. I know that they've got a long list of young stars to be excited about for the future. I know they're not going to be very good for the next few years, but eventually they will be. And I bet you by 2020, 2021, they're going to be a powerhouse. The Cubs did something similar. They got rewarded with a World Series championship. The Astros built their team similarly, and now they've got a chance at the World Series this year. So I just think if you're Jerry DiPoto, the Mariners general manager, I think you got to make a decision either way. You got to commit. I feel like the Mariners for the longest time now have kind of been trying to play the middle. They're trying to be competitive, but they're not going all out. They're not doing everything in their power to try and win a World Series. They're leaving stuff on the table because they don't want to sacrifice the future. But then they refuse to build the future. I mean, we have one of the worst farm systems in baseball. We don't have a lot of young prospects to be excited about. We have like one or two. When you look at teams like the White Sox, where they've got a whole team full of exciting young prospects, all of them probably won't pan out. But if half of them pan out, they're going to have a great team in the future. So as a Mariners fan, I'm like, man, if we're not going to win a World Series, if we're not even going to make the playoffs, it would at least be fun, to have a nice young core to get excited about, to go watch. Or, let's go all out. Let's win with this group we have now. I love Nelly and Cano. They're the leaders of this team, and They're the guys you want to go see when you go to the ballpark. They've been fun to watch. But also, I just think, man, if we're going to go for this thing, let's get some more help around them. Let's go get some more guys, Let's go after some top tier free agents to help support Cruz and Cano and really go for this thing. If we're gonna go for it and we're not gonna rebuild, then let's go all the way. Let's build a winner. Let's win a ring. Let's reward Felix for everything he's done for us, for how loyal he's been to our city and to our team. Let's do it if we're gonna do it. All right, guys. Really hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully, if you're a diehard Mariners fan like me, you can relate. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you agree, if you think we should rebuild, if you think we should go for it, if you think we should just keep doing what we're doing and hope we make a run. Let me know if you think we've got a run in us this year, or let me know what free agents you think we should go after next year. What do you think we should do? Let's talk about it. I'd be interested to hear you guys' thoughts. As always, appreciate you guys supporting. I'll have more videos coming soon. I'm excited about the next projects I'm going to have for you guys. So I appreciate you guys rocking with me. I'll have more videos soon. Have a good one. Talk to you soon.